And we're back. For those that didn't, this is the second video. I'm not doing all the stuff that I already did in the first video, and I've already deleted it. So, sorry. Well, I'm gonna do a brief recap. Hey, good people. Blah, 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 blah. Done. Y'all know what I do every week when we on my page. See what I'm saying? Am I a little tired? Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. Your man's a little tired. It's been a long week. See what I'm saying? We had the holiday this week. I've been out Ubering every freaking day this week. Plus school. Your man, plus there was your man's on tired, real shit. So I'm gonna come with the energy. We're gonna invite this lady again and see if she can be added. If she can't be added, I don't know what to tell you. Because I did what I was supposed to do. I've done what I was supposed to do. I ain't letting you on, fam. It does not look like they are interested in allowing you to be part of the show this week. And that's kind of crazy to me. I hate that life for you. We're going to see again. Try from Kel's phone. Because I done restarted my phone the whole night. So, I don't know what it is. I've tried. Obviously, the Lord is not pleased that you're not on the with the blue headboard. Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. It might be your janky ass phone though. Let's try with Kel, shall we? I'm gonna kill Stephanie. Come on, Kel, send me the invite. Is there somebody else on here? I don't know who the. Let's see if Raquel will come down. Raquel, come on down. What up, Cody Posey? One of my favorite people in the whole wide world. What's up, bro? You good? You out there? You good out there in the streets? See what I'm saying? You already know. You already know. Keep it a buck, bro. Be out there. Make sure you out there living right. See what I'm saying? Fam, it ain't out of your ass either, Kels. So I don't know what to tell you. Tanya Eder, I appreciate you tuning in. Even if for a hot second, it looks like it's just gonna be Glenn T today. And if it's just gonna be Glenn T, Steph, I expect for you to moderate in the chat, be part of the conversation in the chat, get it together, be talking to the people, because it's not allowing me to add either one of you on. So I don't know what's going on. And I done already restarted this once. I'm not restarting again. So don't know what to tell you. You okay with that? Let me pull it up on my phone. I mean on my computer. On my computer, because I don't want you out here thinking I'm just out here doing stuff all willy-nilly, but it's not allowing me to bring you on real shit. So I don't know what to tell you. Let's try it again, because somebody else said we're gonna try Kels again. Let's see what Facebook says, people. I got nothing but time. Y'all only get a certain amount of time though. Your boy got. Let me show y'all this freaking book. At least y'all see how thick this goddamn book is. This book, I could crush a baby with this goddamn book. This book is big as hell and heavy as all get out. It's crazy. You feel me? So, we'll do, but we not doing your page. Whatever. No. Don't do that. Shout out to Chantel Nichols. Appreciate you tuning in, fam, even for a hot second. We don't always have these kind of problems on my page, but we definitely always seem to have problems when you ain't where you supposed to be. I mean, if you trying to call folks out and whatnot, if you learn to stay your ass home sometime, maybe we can have our show. Once again, it's NFL, and got more and more people coming in, so I appreciate y'all tuning in. I don't even know who this other person is. Who are you, sir? Let me see who that is. Oh, that's Cody Post. All right. Shout out the little homie. See what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and get started, or I am going to go ahead and get started because I got shits to do. You feel what I'm saying? So without my co-host, you know, this show might be real short. You feel me? Now, if y'all been to my page, and I meant to tag it on the real shit page too. There was I just posted it on my page about an hour ago. And you know what? Through the great innovation of modern technology, hopefully you all can hear me. If not, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm going to replay this situation for y'all. So let me turn the camera. Bam. Y'all can see my computer's up. Bam. And we're going to go from here. Hold on, I'm going to restart it.
This video. My wife just got a bank statement in the mail. I don't know nothing about. I got to work 2 jobs. About $20,000.
Oh, shit.
Knowing we struggling, man. This. Why do I got a bank statement in the mail with an account that I don't know nothing about?
First of all, don't come in here yelling at me about no account. I have an account to make sure I'm good. That's why the account is there.
Why are you taking money out of account why I don't know?
You are my husband. I have to make sure I'm good. If we were to ever get divorced, I'm not about to be out here with nothing.
We got to make sure we good. You don't got nothing to do with you sitting taking money out of account. Now you're powerful.
Do you not work for us? Are we not a family? You want, don't
This is working for you. This ain't working for us.
It is. I have to make sure I'm good. I'm a woman. If you were to leave me, I need to be okay. What's the problem?
You need to be a problem. You must stop.
What's wrong with you?
Listen, check this out. At the end of the day, you can account for that.
I have to make sure I'm good. I can't. I'm not about to argue with you about money.
You are so.
No, I'm not. Everything I've done for us. Are you serious? You mad because I'm
Everything you've done for who? Everything you've done for me. I'm the one working. I'm the one putting in the time.
You cannot be for real right now, kid. Everything I do for us, and you're mad that I put a little money to the side for me?
Everything you do for
Yes.
everything you do for
Yes.
me. Statement. It's just. I'm gonna tell you, man.
What are you gonna do about it?
What am I gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? I don't care about this right now. I'm so
You know what I need to do
serious.
with you? You know what I need to do with you? I need to account and stop sharing that, because that's the reason that's how you able to go in find my work and take the money.
Do what you gotta do. I don't care about it. I'm so serious. I'm not about to argue with you about no money. I'm
About
not.
no money?
No, I'm not arguing.
It's just
about
money
no
to you, right? $22,000 is just a little bit of money to you, huh? I gotta go and work for that money, but it's just a little bit to you, huh?
I'm not about to argue with you about it. Like I said, if you were to break up today, then what am I supposed to do?
If we was
I
to,
have to have something.
if we was to break up today, you would be A-OK, my friend, because you could have been stealing money for I don't know how long.
That's gonna make me okay.
$22,000 not gonna make you okay.
No.
Some people don't make that in a whole year at their job.
What do you mean to get a job? Who can live off of 22? You acting like I stole $100,000. Come on. This money you've been giving me that I just put a little bit to the side in my own account.
Why have you been taking money from my account and putting it in yours without knowing? $22,000 is a lot of money to be missing. You live in a nice house. I pay all bills for you. I go to work every day for you, for the family, for the kids.
Don't argue with me about the money when that was our agreement. That was our agreement. Now, you mad about me putting money to the side. I'm not giving it up, so I don't care. What do you want? Like, you can do what you need to do, but I don't care. I'm not. Yes.
Agreement?
Yes.
It was agreement for you to take money out of my account to me not know? When was that agreement made? Because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Ask for the money before I put it in my account.
Is it ours? Yeah, baby. You should be asking.
It's ours.
It's ours when we make something together. That's when something's ours. When two people make something together, then it's theirs. If one person provides the whole situation, it's not an our situation, baby. It's a my situation.
So you're mad
and you
that
stealing from me because I didn't give it to you. You
share an account, and I made an extra account, and I moved money to my own account, so I would be straight.
You something else. I'm gonna tell you that.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You something else.
No, I'm not.
So let me ask you a question. If I took $22,000 from you, that'd be okay?
You're my husband. Do what you need to do. No, you wouldn't be taking.
Of course you saying that when you're not the person working 10, 12 hours at a time. Of course you're not going to say that. Of course you're cool with it.
Key, you so mad about this money. What are you going to do about it? I'm not giving it up.
What am I going to do about it?
My nails ain't even done right now.
What am I going to do about it? Okay, check you out. Check you out. What am I going to do about it? Big bang. All right.
Well, all right, y'all. This has been another episode of another Far Great Reactions video.
Y'all saw the video. Hold on. I know y'all looking at the palm of my hand. Good thing I, took a shower. See what I'm saying? So y'all can see that your man's ain't out here just being nasty and whatnot. What y'all think, man? What's Tanya Eder? I already knew what your response was gonna be. I already knew. You didn't have to tell me. I personally, this is just, and I'll give you my personal opinion because it's my goddamn show today. I think she's wrong as two left feet. Totally wrong. This is the thing, and this is for the reason why I say that she's wrong. If she was doing this with her own money, she's wrong on a couple different levels to me. But if they was putting money into the account from each one working, but obviously the agreement was that she was going to stay home and he was going to work. Okay, cool. Say less. He made the statement in the video that he's working 2 jobs and they struggling. So part of the reason why they're struggling is because she's taking this goddamn money out of the account. Now, obviously, he's not up on the money portion of it. She must be the one doing the finances at the house. So you will allow your house to suffer to make sure that you're good for some type of futuristic situation that may occur? No, man, that's wrong. I don't care what you say. That's wrong. That's wrong on so many levels because they got kids, because he said he's working for her and the kids. So you would have... No. Okay, Tanya, explain your portion. They're struggling because he's working 2 jobs and they're barely able to take care of the situation of their finances. The struggling doesn't have... If that's the case, if he's working 2 jobs and he's taking care of all the bills, 2 jobs normally would cover some majority of that. But what household, and we don't know how long she's had this account. We don't know how long it took her to siphon $22,000. And I don't care who you are or what you say. You take $22,000 out of your house over a period of time, your house is going to struggle. Period. And I understand once again, I understand old school mentality. I do, but you can't keep throwing old school mentality at new season issues. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. I want my husband. I want to be a stay-home mom. I want to stay-home wife. I'm not working. My husband don't do it at all. But then you're gonna take from the house to make sure that your ass is good later. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Because if that's the case, then go get a little part-time job. And you take that money and put that money into an account. But even that would be wrong. I would think that would be wrong too, because you're not building with your mate. What the fuck you're not being a helpmate at all. So you would rather see your man break his back, go to work all these crazy mad-ass hours, house struggling, bills barely getting paid, food barely on the table, and we don't know what the definition of struggling is. But I'm going to go with what my definition of struggling is. The fact that you ain't got to argue. Boo-boo, it's not arguing. We having a conversation. Ain't no way in hell I think that's right. Ain't no way on God's green that's right. I don't care what nobody say. And I understand, we may have two totally different sets of opinions. I get that. all day, every day. And I believe that there's women that's out there doing that because some other woman told them to do that. That's some bullshit to me. It is. I would not, as a man, want to be with a woman that sees me out here breaking my back and then you taking money out the house and then for the house to still go lacking. But you gonna be good. You got married for the wrong motherfucking reasons to me. You got married for all the wrong goddamn reasons. Because if we ain't building this together, as he said, this ain't a we situation because our name ain't on this goddamn account. Your motherfucking name is on that account. So that's a you situation. So you thought of you when I thought marriage, my opinion, my thought was that we was forsaking the me for we. If we don't work out, then you're going to have to go get a goddamn job. Dead ass. Where's the issue with that? Like everybody else. Unless you find another man that's going to take care of you like I'm taking care of you. But she's wrong. Hell wrong. All day wrong. Tanya, you said that I'm not arguing with y'all. My grandma, who was married for almost 60 years, told me what to do, and that's what I'm going to do and tell any woman. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just once again, we want traditional men and traditional women, but we want to be modern at the same time, bro. Either we're gonna be modern or we're gonna be traditional, one or the fucking other. Because the two don't mix all the goddamn time. And in this instance, they don't mix. I'm not yelling. Monica, I'm not yelling. I promise you I'm not. When I'm excited, when I'm passionate about something, my voice goes up. It is what it is. Trust me, if I was yelling, it'd be totally different. There's no way, there's no stealing. Once again, if she was making this money, Chantel, I agree with you. If she was making this money and she was putting an extra portion of the money that she made into a different account, then you know what? I would have less ground to stand on. But in this instance, she's taking money from the money that he made. The money that he made to make sure that she's good. Come on, bro. I don't even understand how you think that's even acceptable, bro. Protect yourself by getting your own goddamn job. We're not gonna do that whole thing. Women must do, bro. I'm Tanya. We just gonna agree to disagree on this aspect, bro. Because who's protecting him from her? And why should he need protection from his wife? Why? How does one person, if two people are supposed to be joined together to become one? No. You know when it became not their money? When she took that money and put it into her own goddamn account. Because unless his name is on that goddamn account, it's not their money. That's her money. No, we can't. Let's not. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not it at all. She's taking from the house. She's taking house money and making it her money. Now, if she got his name on that, if she got his name on that account, then he ain't got no leg to stand on because he has access to it as well. But if her name is the only name that's on that account, and when he pulled up that goddamn bank record, it was her goddamn name on that goddamn account. Because bank records, if it's a joint, it's going to say both. See what I'm saying? Nah, she fucking stealing. And I'll be damn if I'm going to be with somebody that's going to steal. The only thing you get to steal is my motherfucking heart. And you better have that, and I got repossession papers on that. Dead ass. Miss Cobbs, I appreciate you tuning in, even if for a hot second. I think Miss Cobbs might be a new one. See what I'm saying? No, bro. No, and that's the thing. If you're already thinking about if we don't work out, and I understand that 50 to 55% of these marriages don't even work out. I get that. So you have to think futuristically. If what happens, then I advise you to get a skill set that you will be able to take care and maintain your own lifestyle if something happens to us. Because for you to take from us to make sure that you good, that leaves me in a shortage as well. So not only am I funding your lifestyle with us together, but I'm also funding your lifestyle when we ain't together no more. Bitch, I wish I would. Nah, that ain't how that life is supposed to be. I don't care what nobody say. And I see a lot of women that's on here agreeing with me. And Tanya, you having your own opinion about it. I get that. I understand that. But not everything that Big Mama and them said was the motherfucking truth or right. Not at all. And it's a different time and place at this point in time because Big Mama and them a lot of times couldn't go out and get a goddamn job, or they was released, or they was only able to get certain jobs. That's not today's society, bro. That's not where we're at today. And since that's not where we're at today, we're going to hold you accountable for what you can do today. And today, you can go out and be wherever the fuck you want to be, regardless of your age, regardless of where you started off out at in life, the whole nine. No. Because when my grandmother was coming up, me and Steph's grandmother was coming up, it was a different world for women. And I'm not saying the shit's better now, but the opportunities that you have now, it's way different than what they had at that particular point in time. So we're not we can't take them old school rules and try to apply that shit to today because it's a different time and a place, unfortunately. For better or for worse. No. That don't work for me. Mac, appreciate you tuning in, brother. Even if for a hot second. No, man, she was wrong. For the people that's just tuning in, y'all can rewind this a little bit and see the video that I just played at the beginning of this because that's the topic. The topic is this couple, this man gets the mail and he sees that his wife has a bank account that he knew nothing about. He asked her what's going on, and she's been taking money from their joint account. He's the only one working in the house. She's the housewife. She stays home, take care of his kids, the whole nine. That's their agreement. She took it upon herself to take money out of the account and throw it into a separate account so that in case they ever break up, what happens to that money if they never break up? Does she give it back? Is it like after 30 years? Oh, I think we might make it through the long haul. We may be able to stick through this, but you might be my favorite person. But now she got $200,000, $1 million in this goddamn account. What does she do with the money then? Is that still her money? It can't be her money because she didn't earn it. She didn't work for it, and I'm not. Don't hit me with she's a housewife. She's earning more than that, but I get that part too. And if that's what they agreed to, that she could take a certain amount of money and throw it into her, that was her money, so be it. But bro, $22,000, he's working 2 jobs. The house is struggling by what he said. And even if the house isn't struggling, he's working 2 fucking jobs. 2 jobs is for 2 people. But he's doing what he got to do to take care of his family. And you would rather see this man go out and work 70, 80 hours a fucking week then, but you good? Fuck what this man is about. That's that happy wife, happy life shit. That's that bullshit that I be talking about all the time. Nah, she shouldn't even want, bro, that part. Until I couldn't have said that shit. You shouldn't want your mate working to exhaustion. And I don't give a fuck what you think. That's exhausting. Having been the man, and I'm not saying Key is the one that I was married to when I was working multiple jobs. She was always on me about taking some time off and I don't need to work as hard and the whole nine. And my mind thought was I had to because I was coming to the table with a deficit due to child support. So, and I didn't want her to feel like she had to make up for what I was bringing, the deficit I was bringing into the situation. So I worked my ass off for the better part of our whole marriage. It wasn't until the very end I finally found a job. I finally had a job where I only needed to work 1 job, and it made even with them taking out child support. But it took me 10 years to find that motherfucking job. There was plenty of weeks, plenty of years where I was working 2. And when I started doing Glenn the driver, it was only the 1, but I was working 15, 16 hours a day. So it might as well have been 2. Nah. Sam, I'm reading Gangster. I'm reading yours. Now a stash is I broke 100 and have change, and that's when I will tuck it. That part I get. Every man knows, Sam. You ain't you a typical wife. See what I'm saying? If I get my wife or my girl's like, hey, I need, I'm going into the store. I need certain little money for the store. All right, cool. Here, babe, here's this 100. If you need more than that, let me know. All right, cool. I already know I'm not getting no change back. None at all. Every husband has read. That's in the husband rule book. Instead of saying, nigga, don't expect your change back not from your wife, and you barely get it back from your goddamn kids. So we know that shit's not coming back ever. But bro, for you to come into the account, bro, that's a different level. That's a different level. Steph, I agree. I have found money in the washer because I did laundry in my house. It was a split chore since then. So sometimes she did it, sometimes I did it. Especially when we moved to the new house, to keep her from going up and down the goddamn stairs, I definitely would go downstairs and put the, exchange out sometimes and whatnot, or do the whole thing or whatever case. And if I find money in the goddamn wash machine, nigga, that's going into the wallet. Feel me? So I get that, but no, he's definitely not giving her no allowance. And once again, I understand. Even if he was giving her an allowance, that part, once again, if that's the money from the allowance that she stacked away and saved away in the whole nine, cool. That's something different. But I don't think that's what this is, Tanya. I don't. I really don't. I think her ass was going into that motherfucking account and taking money out. See what I'm saying? And slowly but surely, and once again, he could not have been doing the finances in the house, because you don't recognize that. Because when I go into the account, I see withdrawals and all the goddamn time. And once again, I agree with you as well, Steph. Then you need to negotiate that. That needs to be a conversation that y'all have up front. But for you to do it without talking about it first, nigga, that's you breaking every marriage rule ever. Because some shit you don't get to decide on your own. You don't. That's why you're married. If you didn't want to be married, that's something different. Then you can choose what you want to do with your money. But as a married couple, married people decide on where these funds are going to be allocated towards. See what I'm saying? And if you, yeah, she's wrong as hell. As hell to me. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Obviously, I think I do, because some of y'all kind of agree with me. We had one dissenting vote, but that's my girl, so I understand. No, man, that's not what marriage is supposed to be about. It's not. And I'm telling you on God, that marriage is not going to last. It's not. Because now I can't trust you. I can't trust you. And if I can't trust you, why am I married to you? And then it was the boldness part for me. I'm not giving it back, so what you gonna do? I'm not giving it back, so what you gonna do? I'm not gonna argue with you about some money. You ain't gonna argue with me about my money? Monica, already. Why did you even say I do, fam? Tanya, once again, bro, I know who my people are. See what I'm saying? I already knew. Because I had somebody sent this to me, right? So when I watched it and I sent it to Steph, see what I'm saying? I was like, all right, so this is gonna be a topic. We're gonna do this as a show one day. So then I already knew, because we know who our faithful people are. So I knew, Tanya Eder, I already knew your stand. I already knew your stance when I was watching that goddamn thing. I already knew what you was gonna say. But that's the reason why you put. See what I'm saying? Because and once again, I get it. Everybody has their own opinion, and I'm real big on understanding or attempting to understand tradition. I get that, but certain traditions were built out of necessity. like I'll tell this quick story, and I don't know if I told this story before on another show, but it kind of applies to this situation. So it was this young couple, and they've been married for a couple of years or whatever, and it's around Thanksgiving time, right? So Thanksgiving comes, and the wife is going to cook Thanksgiving dinner for the first time or whatever, right? So so the husband buys this ham, and the wife, having seen her mother and grandmother cook for years and whatnot, she does what she's seen for all this time or whatever. Gets the pot out, does seasoning the ham, and then she cuts off the back end. See what I'm saying? And shout out to Ramon Wilson. Appreciate you tuning in, brother, even if it's for a hot second. And so she cuts off the back end of the ham or whatever, right? So it's just this chunk of meat, that nothing was wrong with it. Pop was fine and whole nine. So the husband was like, "Hey, why you cut off that part of the ham or whatever?" She's like, my mother always cut it off or whatever, right? So I'm just doing what my mother said. All right, cool. So they get to Thanksgiving dinner. They take the turkey or the ham to Thanksgiving. Mom's is there. So the husband's like, he goes to the mom. He's like, "Hey, mom, Sally was, she cooked the ham and she cut off the back end of it. And I asked her why she did it. She said, that's how you did it or whatever. And he's like, why you always cut it off? She's like, you always cut it off? She's like, yeah. Why did you cut it off? She's like, because that's how my mom did it. All right, cool. Just so happened, Nana's still alive because, nowadays, Nana's only 35. So Nana is there. So he goes to Nana. He's like, "Nana, same question. Mom said that, she learned how to cook ham from you. She cut off the back end. Why did you?" And she said she learned it from you. That's how you always cut yours. Why did you cut yours off? She's like, because the ham wouldn't fit in my pot. So it's not the fact that. So tradition, that's just from, and it's just passed down by bam to bam to bam. Come on, bro. Sometimes certain traditions don't fit in a modern situation. Sometimes, so not everything, and this isn't to disrespect elders and our ancestors and the whole nine, because they did what they had to do to get to where they need to be. The whole nine. I understand it and I get it. I do. But some of the struggles that they had doesn't match with what we can do today. And you might be trying to, you can roll your eyes all you want, Tanya. But it doesn't match today. And I'm not gonna be holding what I can do today based upon what they went through or what they had to work with back in the day. I'm just not. I was listening, I had Ubering today. I had this young man in my car. And when I tell you the future is looking bleak, the way that he was talking about marriage and his ideologies on what a woman is supposed to do and isn't supposed to do, it's crazy. And if there's more men like him, young men like him, and he had to be in his mid-20s, something like that. If there's more people, young men like him out in the world, I don't know what to say, bro. Because it's I think that it's always going to be difficult for men and women to get along or to communicate. It's that particular thing is not any more difficult than it was 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's not. I'm not a big believer or proponent that social media is the reason why men and women can't get along. Nah, it's a lot more sociological reasonings as to why people and the complexities of the man-woman dynamic, way more than just social media, because men and women wasn't getting along way before social media was ever invented. So we're not going to use that that's the low-hanging fruit. That's the easy thing to look at and pick at. Oh, this is the reason why. Let's go back, it's way longer than what we got for this particular show. Shout out to cousin Kanisha. Appreciate you tuning in, boo boo, even if it's for a hot second. But what I am a proponent of is there has to be better communication and understanding between men and women. It just has to be, because each sex is trying to throw their own thoughts and opinions on what a woman is or what a man is, when in reality, that's not. And then you're taking that into the relationship. first of all, we don't do disrespect is met with disrespect. See what I'm saying? You are an audience participant right now. But I'm gonna read your your little comment because you call me out my name all the time. We're gonna fight. Ms. Renee, who can't get on, can't join the show today because her phone is janky and she's not where she's supposed to be, said sometimes you have. You know what? Let me go to my thing because reading this on my phone is not the lick right now. So bam.
You all can hear me.
All right, so I'm gonna read some of these comments just because y'all posted them, so I might as well. Let's go to the beginning. Sam already read yours, so we're gonna start going. Starting with Monica Washington, she says she already planning her exit. She doesn't want it to last. Facts. Tanya already talked about being a leader. We know. Trust. We knew you was exactly. We knew who you was. Y'all have a thief on here tonight, baby. Dead ass. Stephanie Renee, you said, but sometimes you gotta have an open mind and maybe think or things could be better, or have a better way of thinking. Not that our grandparents are wrong, but things have changed different times. Dead ass. And that's exactly what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? There was a reason why those relationships lasted so much longer. It was. The commitment levels is just different. Morals is different. Options are different. There was a time when women married who they was told to marry. A man proposed to you today. I saw a question on Facebook in a group I'm in, and the question was, if a man proposes to a woman and she says no, is the relationship over? If I propose to you and you tell me no, nigga, you better have the absolute best reason. And saying I'm not ready, that is not a good enough, not for me. It's done. Because I'm not proposing to somebody just off a GP, and especially if you didn't tell me you love me, and we didn't already talked about futuristic plans and the whole nine, and then I get the nerve and the money up to get this ring and get down on one knee or make this spectacle, and you say no? You done said no to me for the last time. Nah, we good. But that wasn't always the case. That situation from Coming to America, when they was at the graduation party and became a engagement party, that shit used to happen all the goddamn time. Nigga, that was the 80s. That was the 80s. Some of you 80s babies, yeah. Shit like that used to happen all the time. So now you got choices, you got options. You can say if you don't want to marry somebody. And I'm not saying just because I propose, you got to say yeah. But if she say no to me, please understand me. You done lost your boyfriend. You definitely done lost your boyfriend. Like I said, you better have a hell of a reason to tell me no. Because just because I asked you to marry me doesn't mean we get married tomorrow. And so if you can't, that's going to be at least a year away. But we can't. On God, we're done. On God. God better come down himself and be like, hold on, bro. Hold on. She's still the one I told you about. Lord, she said no. I know what she said, but give me a minute. Let me go talk to her. Man. No, we good. Steph Ben said, like I said, back in the day, they didn't have child support, alimony, women's rights, or we couldn't work. And so that's why your grandma had to do that. Once again, facts. Didn't y'all just talk about traditional values for marriage Thursday because y'all were applauding those traditions then? That's not a traditional value. That's not a traditional value. That's not. Stealing is not a traditional value. Because if that's the case, then what the white people did to our people back in the day, that was a traditional value because they stole us from Africa. I know the two don't go along together, but I made it make sense in my mind, and I had to get it out. No, it's not the same thing, Put. Real shit. It's not. It's not the same thing. That's not a tradition. That's what people did to get by. And once again, I understand why Big Mama and them did that, because Big Mama didn't have the options. But you got all the goddamn options. The fuck? You gonna take the fact that you would see me struck, come home dog ass tired, week after day after day, week after week, month after month, year after motherfucking year, and you sitting on 22 grand? We can pay up all our motherfucking bit. Nick, I would be so hot. He was way more calm than I would have been. Cause, Jesus, Lord knows. Men say not now, but we can wait. I don't know who the fuck men is. When the last time a woman proposed to a man? We talking about marriage. Even for a relationship. I get what you're saying. For a relationship, dudes do say that. But they doing that because they just don't want to be, because they don't want to be in a relationship with that woman. Because if the right chick came along and made that demand, they would. Now, there's even in that situation, because I'll speak for me, because I'm not one. Once again, I'll tell on me before anybody else can. For me, in this season I'm in, I am going to be deliberate, because I haven't always been, and I've rushed into so many relationships, and obviously that shit didn't work for me because I'm sitting here single as a 47-year-old grown-ass man. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time in the courting phase and the talking phase and the dating phase to make sure that I am choosing properly. And I'm not saying the choices I made previously was wrong. I'm not saying, because for where I was at in that season of my life, it was the right choice. But thinking back on it with hindsight, I could have been a little bit more patient. I could have been, and I wasn't. And I'm not. And in this season, I'm not going to be rushed into anything. And no woman's going to be rushed into anything. She doesn't. Once again, she has the right to say no. I'm just telling your ass that you're done with me. I'm just telling you what you're done with me. You can say no again, but you'll never say no to me twice. On God, because I'm not asking. If I asked you to marry me, we done already talked about it too many times. We done already said this is what where we're going, and this is the plan, and the whole nine. So to me, it's more formality. See what I'm saying? If I thought there was an opportunity for you to say no, I wouldn't be asking your ass. Real shit. I ain't trying to get rejected in that, nigga. I bet it will never. I don't even know what to tell you, because no. It won't be Junior. It could be at least not Glenn T. or Junior. It could be somebody else, but it won't be me. Nah, man. Because I speak futuristically. Once again, I can't even talk to you. Real shit, like seriously talking, like we been talking for a minute, and we spending time together. I can't even talk. You can't even enter that phase with me if I can't see you as my wife, because it's a waste of time to me. Now, if I was just out here dating and just talking to randoms and a whole nine, that's something different, and then my mentality would be different. But if I'm talking about spending real time with you, we planning trips, we doing big shit, whole nine, and going places, and you coming over all the time, I'm going to your spot all the time, we being intimate. See what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot. If you care, you will share. I know I'm late, but hit that share button for me if you don't mind. Please and thank you. But if we're doing all of that, you can't even enter that phase with me if I can't see you as my wife. Not to say that you're going to be, but you got to have the potential to be in order to even enter that phase with me. And I'm talking the whole thing, not bits and pieces of it. Because I can go out with whoever. I can sex. I'm not an emotionally emotions are not always attached to sex to me. Now, when they are, sex is better. Don't get it twisted. But it's not always the two are not synonymous in that instance. No. But when all of those factors we're doing all of those things, those factors, no, man. You can't even do all of that. I'm not investing in you emotionally if I can't see you as a future Mrs. Moore. And that's just how I think. That's just how I am. So I'm gonna read some more of these comments, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go because this is the only topic we got today. I'm gonna give y'all back y'all Sunday. Tanya said, as it relates to wives taking money without their husband's knowledge, it absolutely is. LMBO, you laughing your butt off. Lord is what Tanya Evans said. Sam said, we most definitely can. Crazy. Now I agree on this. Once again, you have the right to say, if you don't want to marry this man, you ain't gonna be forced into it. She can say no. But understand it's going to change the dynamic of your relationship unless there's a good reason. Once again, unless there's a good reason for me, you got to have a good reason to tell me no. And I don't even know what that reason is right now. I don't even know what that reason is. I can't even think of a good enough reason. Like, no, I can't even think of a good enough reason right now that where I'll be like, you know what? I understand. Cool. Like, once again, because we're talking engaged. We're not talking about getting married tomorrow. So if I propose to you, we're talking about a futuristic event that's happening later on down the line. Why wouldn't you want to be engaged to the person that you think is your person? Explain that one to me. Explain that one to me. What would be a good enough reason? What reason would you, outside of I don't want to? And if you tell me if you tell me no because I don't want to be engaged right now, then you don't want to be in a relationship with me because we're working towards that. Well, maybe later on I may be. Well, I'm telling you right now, the opportunity for that will never come again with me. Dead ass. So, every time they bring up wanting to get married, it takes the same vulnerability. Okay. Tanya, that is why I firmly believe women need to be more like men. Y'all don't take half the disrespect and dismissiveness women constantly forgive. I can go along that train of thought. And there's some things that I think women are way too forgiving about. And once again, the dynamic of me and Steph's show is that you get both. You get the yin and the yang, right? And there's plenty of times I've said to Steph, see, there you go doing that woman shit again. Because y'all will justify and try to find the reason as to why or try to decipher what this man has said or what this woman said. When in reality, I'm thinking of pure logic. Nigga, I said A, you said B, I said C. I'm not deciphering. I'm not going through vocabulary homework to try to decipher what the fuck you said. I know what words came out your mouth. If you meant something different, you would have said something different. So if I asked you to marry me and you said no and you left it at that, that means you don't want to be with me no more. Because if you meant something different, you would have said something different. Babe, I truly believe that I'm your wife. I know that we're going to get married. Right now, I'm just not in the season where I want to be engaged yet. I love you to death. We can continue working towards that. But once again, for me, how can I hang my hat on some shit that may never happen? Now, if we get into this relationship, and there's plenty of people I know that's just cool with just not putting a title on it, and I don't want to be married again, and the whole lot, but I'm not that person. I'm not dating just to be fucking around. I'm not. I by no means am not. So if I'm dating with a purpose, and you're no longer in line with that purpose, then your place here is real fragile. Because we're not wanting the same thing. And what you're telling me to do is hang my hat on some shit that you may never change your mind about. And if that's the case, then I'm definitely not sticking around for that shit. I'm not. And I truly believe women can change some. That's one thing that women could be a little bit more stern about and more forceful about. No, I'm not sticking around on some maybes, hopes and maybes. Fuck the hell. I wish I would. I told you about the chick with the great date, right? Y'all remember the great date? We did the cars, 5 hours. It was absolutely the best date I've ever been on in my life. It was the energy was awesome. We had great conversation. Hold on. When she told me that there was something missing between us, a spark or whatever, I appreciate her honesty. I really did. But I let that shit go at that particular moment. Because I know what I want. And then two, what if the spark never comes? I didn't invest even more time and energy after that point, and it still didn't come. Nah, man, we good. Time is a time. I was talking to somebody last night. The older you get, the more precious your time should be to you. Because when I was young, I didn't think time. I thought long term, but not in the way that I think long term now. And time is a currency and a commodity to me right now. I've been on this side of creation for almost 50 years. I guarantee you there's a chance that I may not be on this side of creation for another 50 years. And even if I am, the quality of life is going to continue to deteriorate over the course of time. So me investing a certain amount of time into you, when you can't tell me if you want to invest in me equally, two, you don't know if you want to go where I'm trying to get to. Nah. I'm not that guy. I'm not, and I'll say that shit over and over again. I'm not that guy. See what I'm saying? And we could be cool, we could be cordial, we could be whatever it is that you want to be. We just can't be together no more. And I truly believe that shit. I'm gonna read just a couple of more, and then I'm gonna close this show out because it's 8:07, and I got this thick ass book to look through. Scroll back up a little bit. So, Tanya said money, personal development, therapy. Steph said, but not all engagements have to be long. Facts. He could propose and then say, now let's head to the courthouse. Facts. So, but once again, this is a conversation that you have because I can only, in that aspect, I only talk about me. Depending on who she is, see what I'm saying? If she's been married before, because these are questions I ask up front. If I'm talking to a woman that's never been married, do you want the big courthouse wedding? I mean, not courthouse, the big church wedding, you know, all your people around, because I've done that twice. But just because I've done it, I wouldn't be the type of person that will rob somebody else of that experience if that's what they want. See what I'm saying? But for me, I don't necessarily need it again. But if she hasn't been, if she's been married, what type of been married before? What if she wants to get married again? Then what are you looking for? What type of relationship in the whole nine? Sugar Raps, appreciate you tuning in, fam. Even if for a hot second, and the whole nine. So, but these are conversations that you have up front, so then you know the expectation. That is that part. Scrolling down, how many times does it take of getting it wrong until you just say maybe it isn't for me? For me, I will never believe that because I know me. I'll keep trying until I get it right. It's probably one thing that I probably would continue to do. There's other things I'll be like, nah, I'm not, I'm good. But the love aspect of it, nah, I'll keep trying. That's just me. Because people would be shocked when I tell them, you know, I've been married twice and, you know, 2 times divorced, whatever. They, you still want to get married? Yeah, I would get married. I'm like, yes, I would get married again. And the thing for me this time is I'm just different mentally. See what I'm saying? And then two, I'm just not gonna be doing stupid shit. Once again, I am very honest, and especially the second marriage, I will take the lion's share of the reason why we didn't work out. The lion's share. And that's just self-reflecting, shadow work type situation, all of that. I'll take the lion's share of the reason why we didn't work out. So I would definitely do things differently. Deadass. So, but like my pops, now he's been married way more times than me. My pops is like, and he's 71. He's like, at this age, nigga, I'm good. She would have to be super for me to get married again. But I understand. But I don't want that life. I don't. I don't want the solitude. I'm the only person. Nah, my life is way better when I got somebody to share it with. So, and I don't want to be somebody's special friend in their goddamn obituary. Nah, nope. I'm not selling for that shit either. So, it is what it is. Steph, your statement, okay, I agree with, but even if she said all of that, your ass would be like BS. More than likely. More than likely, because once again, fam, you're going to have to make it make sense. Shout out to the cousin, Stacy, a.k.a. Belvy, a.k.a. Tuffy, a.k.a. with the treats. Appreciate you tuning in, fam, even for a hot second. No, you right, though. Because, once again, you're going to have to make it make sense to me. You're going to have to make it make sense to me. And you're going to have to choose your words carefully. And I'm being so serious. You're going to have to choose your words so carefully with that conversation. Because you're rejecting me. And I don't take rejection well. I'm dead ass. I don't take rejection well at all. And if you do it to me enough, some things you can, if you keep doing the same thing over the course of time and be like, you know what? All right. You got one more time and I'm out this bitch. But some things, it's a one-hitter quitter. And me proposing to your ass and you telling me no without having a good reason, and then you not choosing your words carefully? Nah. Because I'm not going to trust you with being that vulnerable with you again. And if I can't trust you being vulnerable, then I can't be with you. So, it is now 8:12, people. I think we have fished this pond dry. I appreciate you guys tuning in to listen to me run my mouth. Steph, I definitely appreciate you moderating in the chat. We had 113 comments this evening. The chat been popping the last couple of days, Sims, and it's been jerking. I like it, Sims. I like the interaction. Tanya, dead ass fam, you're absolutely one of my favorite people. You already know we've had our conversations way too many times. You already know how I feel about you. Real shit. And the reason why I feel that way about you is because you are so adamant about being true to who you are. See what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people, and I'm not accusing nobody in this group or this conversation or this text chat right now, but it takes balls to stand out on your own. And then to continue to argue the point. That's the reason why we are so cool. Deb, aka Miss Vivian, appreciate you tuning in, even if it's at the last second with the end. But it takes, and that's why we'll always. There's a few people that I keep in my circle because I know I'm going to hear the truth from them, even if it's not what I want to hear. And that's who you are with me, put real shit. So I appreciate it, and you make our chats pop. And even when you came on, even in that aspect, because I know I'm going to hear truly how you feel, and not just PC shit and the whole nine. You was wrong on this comment. I mean, in this particular one, but I still appreciate you. That part. See what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties that we had this evening. The show would have been a lot better if my co-host would have been able to come on screen, but she actually wasn't going to come on screen. You know what, Steph? Look at God protecting us from you, because Steph wasn't even going to come on camera today. She was going to just be a voice on the show because she's out doing felonious, she's out here doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? But God said no. Won't he do it? Did it? No, I'm messing with you. I appreciate you, like I said, being in the chat, man, and making it pop as well. It's not your business, it's our business, because it's show business. See what I'm saying? I didn't tell him what you was doing. I didn't tell him you was out doing, nasty things. Nah, she out there getting primped up, so it's all good. I will holler at y'all next week. Obviously Thursday or Sunday, one of the two. Either we'll be here or we'll be on Steph's page. Probably be on Steph's page because she on that bullshit talking about my page. But it wasn't me. It was y'all. Yeah, she something like that. Put Something like that. Y'all have a blessed week, man. Once again, if you haven't told somebody you love them today, please do. If you haven't heard somebody tell you that they love you, I do. I love each and every one of y'all because y'all make this show way more better, and I know who you are. Real shit. And so I have a personal relationship with each and every one of you guys. And for that, I love each and every one of y'all. So be blessed, man. Stay out of trouble if you can. If you're going to get into trouble, use protection. Y'all be good.